If you want to hear the story time about the time that I had to go off on a flight attendant, well, she thought she had the last laugh, but baby girl, I always have the last laugh. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Chit Chat with Brit Brit. I am Brit Brit, and of course you're gonna chat. As we are a few more days away from Christmas, so definitely get into the holiday spirit. Make sure you're listening to your Christmas music. Just make sure you are wrapping gifts. Make sure you are giving the correct gifts, and make sure you are definitely in the holiday spirit. And if you aren't, don't rain on nobody's parade if you are not in the spirit, because that's whack. My best friends and I, we were on a plane traveling, and this flight attendant really, I think she had a bad day, or maybe she didn't want to come to work, or maybe she got on the wrong plane. I'm not sure, but she had the right one, okay? So my friends and I were traveling. I wake up because I hear probably about 4 rows in front of me. I overhear the flight attendant coming down, you know, to give us snacks and to give us the drinks or whatever. She finally comes to us. Now, 4 rows in front of me, somebody had asked, like, what's the drink menu? Like, what's on the thing? And she named it. No attitude, no nothing, no nothing. She said it regular, right? So that was 4 rows in front of me. So I didn't really hear what the choices were. She finally makes it down to my aisle. And I say, hey, how you doing? I'm sorry. I overheard you saying a drink. So she has an attitude, like, whatever she named. I stopped listening after orange juice, and that was the first one because the neck was rolling. Just way too much going on for that conversation, and it wasn't even that type of conversation, if you know what I mean, okay? So I was stuck. Like, my face was completely stuck. So by the time I just cut her off and was like, yeah, can I have a ginger ale, please? I was very nice. I was very nice. I was respectful. I was polite. Hey, how you doing? I greeted you, and you on 10 for what? Miss, you're doing so much. And if you didn't want to come to work, you shouldn't have came to work. Because at this point, I definitely was annoyed. Like, Miss, who are you talking to? You all right? Miss, you good? You need me to check your temperature? You want a hug? You got on the wrong plane? My other best friend was next. She says, and how she answered it, mind you, I didn't put them on like, yo, this bitch got an attitude, or yo, what's good with this chick? I never did none of that because, like I said, she was still in front of us. It was no real time for none of that. It was just a, yeah, just give me ginger ale, do your job type shit, right? Though they're sitting next to me, they're like fake in and out of sleep or whatever. So I nudged my best friend next to me and I'm like, tell her what you want to drink or whatever. So she's like, I don't really want to drink. Can you just, may I please have a snack? Homegirl huffs. So because at this point, I'm thinking like, yo, did one of y'all, like, you know this lady? Like, because one of y'all got to know her. Y'all have to know her. One of y'all have to know her. She running around upset like somebody over here messing with her man. What? Girl. My first best friend was like, no, thank you on a drink. Can I have a snack? And she huffed. She like took the snack and was like, okay. So now the third one now only peeped what happened with the second one. Like she like I said, nobody really peeped what happened because they were in and out of sleep. So now she's like, yeah, can I have a, you know, she says what her order is. Her whole aura was on 10, y'all. Like, yo, you good? Nah, she wasn't good because clearly one of us was messing with her man. I think so. I don't know. Like, I was really confused. So we're on the plane or whatever, you know, we finished. So by this point, after she give the third best friend, I was like, oh, she is upset. That's exactly what I said. Oh, she's upset. Oh, girl. Though she was definitely wrong for that, this is not where we went wrong. I guess she peeped that, you know, we was definitely feeling away or whatever case may be. And one of my best friends was like, well, she shouldn't have came to work. Like, because by this point, miss, you're doing way too much. Way too much. And last time I checked, we paid for this. You didn't give us this for free. This airport ride was not for fake. So was really good. Like, tell me why you're really mad type situation. After she finished, you know, she makes her way all down, whatever case. She winds up coming back because somebody across from us wanted another something. I don't know. And she gave it to them. So then my best friend next to me, excuse me, what juices do you have again? Homegirl goes, you have a menu right in front of you. What? I fell out. I left the plane, and then I came back on the plane because I got the parachute, all that, because what? The first time I definitely peeped, but this, you know, when she said what she said, maybe it was like, maybe I didn't peep to try to ask her, but by that second time when she said, yeah, you have a menu in front of you, she was like, oh, forget it. So then I was like, oh no, baby girls is really upset on this plane. I was like, oh no. So then I was like, it's fine. It's not even that serious. It's fine because we definitely got connections. So I'm looking at my best friend, like, we definitely got connections. So I don't even know why she's doing all of this. I don't even know. Like, where's this coming from? So by this time now, after she heard me say, it's cool because we definitely have connections. When she heard that, how about we never seen her for the rest of the flight at all? Homegirl stayed in the back. She never came back to the front. So at one point, you know, I think it's like 3 flight attendants. At one point, one of the flight attendants, the male flight attendant was in the front, and then she was the only one back there. So the girl was calling her like, can you come? Like, hello? I'm like, you know, trying to... Homegirl was not trying to come. It was the only one back there. So she winds up having to come to the front. Because at this point now, I'm trying to get Shorty's name tag. You feel what I'm saying? Because we not even doing that. She goes, helps the flight attendant in the front or whatever case may be. And then remember, she has to come back to the back because bro, you see this on my hand? I thought this was an insect or something, but it's just a marker. Nothing serious. I almost had a heart attack. I'm not even gonna lie. She was on her way to the back, and as she was walking to the back, my nosy ass was trying to read her name tag. You know, like, I already got glasses I can't see. With my glasses I can't see. Without my glasses I definitely can't see. So I'm like trying to look, but like, I'm not breaking my neck, but I'm really, and I don't care if she's seen that. I was really trying to look because I really was trying to look at her name tag. Homegirl starts coughing, like one of those nasty coughs where you jerk back. Now, mind you, I really don't play with germs. I don't like people who cough near me. I don't like nobody who sneeze near me. I don't like none of that. If you cough next to me and you do not cover your mouth, sneeze next to me, fart next, and do not do anything to cover yourself, because things happen, you could accident, but even if you don't, I'm just like, ugh, or I'm gonna say something. Like, I'm not gonna, yo, can you cover your mouth? I'm not gonna be ghetto, but I'm gonna definitely be like, or ugh, or something to show like that's disgusting. You feel me? So homegirl starts coughing like like the ridiculous, bro, do you need your asthma pump type cough. So I didn't realize, but Shorty was smart. And this is when I knew Shorty probably be doing this all the time. So when she started coughing like that, of course, my main reaction was to jerk back. And I was like, oh, because you walking through the aisles doing that, you doing too much. So she walks past me. She never comes back again. Now, when she didn't come back, when the whole time she didn't come back before the flight attendant needed her, I didn't even peep. I didn't get confused until after she did the cough thing and then she didn't come back again. I said, okay, so now she being funny. She purposely didn't want me to see her thing tag because me getting close, as soon as she walked past me, I would have seen it. But because she started coughing and I jerked back, I wasn't even thinking about the name tag no more. I was like, bro, you're disgusting. I could tell that her and another flight attendant were like kind of cool or friends or whatever the case may be. So the flight attendant now, she's like, she's respectful, whatever. I forgot what happened or why we even started talking, but I was like, excuse me, the young lady back there, what's her name? And like, you could tell she kind of like didn't want to give her friend name, but she kind of was a little stuck. And she was like, oh, she had her name tag, you didn't see it? And I was like, so you're not gonna tell me? And she was just like, I mean, I said, that's cool because we have connections, so I'll get it, not a problem, but thank you though. And she was like one of those, like, I ain't no snitch, but it was kind of like whatever. And I was like, it's cool, but you were very respectful, and I respect that. Not a problem. That's your friend or whoever, so you don't want to, it's not a problem. I'm going to get her name. Don't worry about it. And she was just like, listen, this ain't the first time. That's all I could say. And just did like the shaking her head, like, this ain't the first time. So I was like, I bet it's not the first time, but it's cool. She could stay back there if she wants to. I'm going to get her name, and I'm definitely going to make a report. Not a problem. Trying to get outside. We're waiting for the Uber to come. Takes 40 years, but it finally comes. Buenos noches, mommy. Guess who we see? Homegirl. I got the beginning part of her name, but I didn't get the whole name. But it definitely started off like, yo, she's definitely Jamaican. Like, it's just certain things. I can't explain it. If you're Jamaican, you know what I'm talking about, because you know I'm Jamaican by association. Just in case you didn't know, now you know. Okay, cool. So I didn't even peep that we see him, but you know how like was it even me? I think my best friend, she must have peeped like, look at this chick, whatever. And I was like, oh, homegirl. When I tell you homegirl was talking, like, you know how you talk, but you're not really talking. Like, I definitely didn't hear what she was saying. She definitely wasn't saying something where you could hear what she was saying, but like, she was definitely saying and mumbling or whatever, and like fake laughing. Mind you, she was the only one laughing. Her friend was like, you could tell she was kind of in like an awkward position, like homegirl doing too much, but this is still my friend. When I tell you she was grilling us, like, nah, I really was confused. Somebody out the crew had to been messing with her, man, because like I said, she was on 10 from the beginning. Like, it's not like we came at her some kind of way. It was like, bro, you good? Like, she's doing way too much. And I keep telling people, why they keep playing with me? Like, we don't got connection. Like, what's going on? So by this point, we had a very reliable contact in our airline. I don't even know if I should mention the airline. It's not important. Yeah, the connections ran deep. So we already put in our connection on. As soon as homegirl left the aisle, I was already hitting up the connection like, yo, bro, wow. Oh, listen, we in a situation. We on the airline, boom, boom, boom. We on flight, whatever the case may be. And we got a situation, and we need homegirl's name, and she's in the back of the plane. Connection's like, wait, what? They're not supposed to do that. So I was like, exactly. Like, she never came back to the front. And once I started asking for her name, she ain't never whatever. And now we see her outside and she acting like she wasn't static. Mind you, homegirl's still in her uniform. Because I could get crazy, but I ain't got no job to lose over there. You got the job to lose, bro, because you in a whole uniform and you doing too much. Because if you're going to say your stuff, make sure you loud. Make sure you can say it, say it like you proud. You know what I'm saying? So when you get slapped, you good. We're going to be the only ones having the last laugh, but it's cool. Have your laugh on. Now, when I tell you, I wasn't even, you know how you could say little threats and then don't really mean it? At first, I really was just like, nah, I'm going to set this shit straight. But then when we got outside and then the actionist was continuing, I was like, girl, you don't even know. So now, mind you, remember when homegirl said this is not her first time? This ain't, is my thing crooked? Okay, sorry. Remind you when I told you that homegirl was like, this is not the first time like something like this happened. So that's why homegirl knew to stay in the back. Like, cause who thinks about that? I mean, if you worked, I guess you would think about it. But she was like, this not even her first time. So I get it. Like, it is what it is type thing, whatever. So like I said, when I tell you it was on my chest, I mean, it really was not that serious, but it was that serious. You have a job, miss. And my thing is this. They'll kick you off the airline for the littlest thing nowadays, clearly, okay? They'll tell you got to get your stuff, miss, and leave. For the littlest thing, you pay for flight. Oh, well, that's not our business. They'll leave you in a heartbeat, okay? So if you're going to be strict like that, I need everybody to be on board. Her name, like, was some real... How do you even spell that type name? So now when my connector's asking me, well, did y'all get the name? Did y'all get whatever? I was like, nah, we didn't get the name. Listen, I got the flight number. I got the time the flight left. I got proof that bought the flight. I got this, I got that. What can you do to make sure that we get whatever? So my connect hooks us up with all the information we need to know, like out of these names, which name is whatever. And I was like, boom, it's this name. Because like I said, I got the beginning half of the name. What was it, the end? It was either the beginning or the end of the name that I got. But I got most of it. I just couldn't remember the last of it. I couldn't make it out. When I tell you we got the picture of the girl, we got that information, boom, boom, boom. Say less. Now, the next day, I'm at work. So, I get to work, whatever. I'm on lunch or whatever. So, I call up the airline. And I say, hello, very respectful, because that's just what I do. Very respectful. And I'm like, hello, how you doing? I have a problem. I had a flight over the weekend. And so I explained to her the whole story, And I let her know, like, listen, airlines today, you don't know how safe you are. Airlines today, they'll kick you off in a minute. Airlines today are not free. Okay? You understand that? So I paid for my flight. And the way homegirl was acting, I didn't say homegirl because, you got to put the voice on. Yeah, and the way this young lady was acting, I was disgusted. As if she paid for me and was upset and needed her money back. And the lady started cracking up. And I was just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm very respectful. My girlfriends and I were very respectful. Okay, I did nothing to that young lady. And even if she was having a bad day on that flight, when I seen her remarks, I don't know what she was saying, but I know it was very disrespectful. She was snickering. She was trying to be funny. She was trying to get an uproar out of us. And we're young ladies. We don't act like that in the street. Yo, when I tell you I had that lady like, wait, what? First of all, the lady was really upset because when she heard that homegirl stayed in the back of the plane the whole day, she didn't come back up to the front. And when she did come back, she did that whole coughing nonsense. The lady was like, excuse me? So she's like, oh, she was like, ma'am, I am so sorry. I apologize. I'm sorry that you experienced this. So she's like, listen, I'm typing out everything. I'm going to read it back to you. Let me know if this is correct. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to make sure I get this down. Remind you, I had to be careful in the information I gave her because all the information that we got on homegirl, it would have been known that somebody from the airline, you know, gave us that information. And I didn't want to get our connect in trouble because our connect, you know, didn't have to do all of that. She was like, I'm sorry. So she looks, so she does like this fake like laugh, and she's like, girl, wow. She was like, listen, once again, this is not the first complaint. Not a worry, not a problem. We are going to get this handled. And then she gave us some like complimentary something next time, whatever, or whatever case may be. So she gave us extra points. It was a bunch of stuff that she did to hook us because she was really upset. Like, she got more upset than us. She's like, hold on, I'm typing. Like this was Love and Hip Hop. Wait, I'm typing this up. I'm trying to make sure that I get this correct. She said, what? She said, wait, but so she didn't come back to the front at all. I said, no, like, I don't know. Is that policy that you don't have to come back? She said, no, they're supposed to be back and forth. Because, you know, like I said, she was fine with it, but until when she saw me started looking at her name tag and realized I was looking for her name, she never came back, to the point where when the girl needed her, the girl had to call her like, hello, like, I need you up here, whatever case. And then that's when she finally came. Her back was towards her, so she was fine. But as soon as that walked back, she started doing this nasty yakking cough. And then that's when I realized, oh, she was being funny. She didn't want me to get her name tag because she saw me looking. Oh, baby girl. So this is when I say that I always have the last laugh, because I don't live my life trying to hurt nobody, trying to go out of my way to try to violate somebody, but I will in the heart because I'm not the one. That's pretty much it. Merry Christmas. Thank you guys for watching my story. Like I said before, happy Vlogmas. All right, guys, until next time. Mwah.